Mastering Hoyer Lifts, a step-by-step guide to utilizing a Hoyer lift to transfer from the bed to the wheelchair. Today, I'm going to guide you through a transfer from the bed to the wheelchair, utilizing a Hoyer lift. This technique is particularly useful for safely assisting your loved one when their mobility becomes extremely limited due to ALS. Let's break it down step by step. First, if possible, raise the bed to waist level to minimize the strain on your back. Next, grab your sling. If you are transferring to a commode, select a sling with a cutout on the bottom so your loved one can easily use the restroom. Assist them to bend at the hip and knee. Now, guide them to roll over on their side, supporting at their hip and shoulder, and have them hold onto the bed rails for additional support if possible. Curl and roll the sling under them. Make sure at least half the sling is rolled under them before continuing. Once completed, assist them to roll onto their back. Now, move to the other side of the bed and assist them to roll onto their side. Pull the sling you folded under them straight, then roll them onto their back. Ensure the sling is evenly under them and straight. You are now ready to bring in the Hoyer lift. Next, bring in your Hoyer lift, rolling the wheels under the bed. The arm of the Hoyer lift should be positioned in the middle of the sling. Use the bottom large lever, moving it in a semicircular motion, to widen the base of lift and make it more stable. Make sure to lock the wheels before proceeding. Now, let's go over some of the lift controls. Turning the small black lever towards your loved one lowers the arm of the lift. Turning it back towards you locks it into place. The large middle lever controls the arm upward. Crank on it to gradually raise the arm of the lift. Next, choose the color loop on the sling you would like to use. The closer the loop to the sling, the higher up your loved one will be. Place all 4 loops of the same color, one from each corner of the sling, onto the arm of the lift. Now, cross your loved one's arms in front of them so they stay securely inside the sling during the transfer. Make sure the sling is securely attached to the lift and your loved one is in a good position, then slowly lower the bed. This will ensure that the lift has adequate space to begin the transfer. Finally, crank on the large middle lever with the small black lever locked and towards you so that the arm of the lift pulls the sling upward. As you crank, ensure your loved one is remaining secure inside the sling. Once they are off the bed, you can begin moving towards the wheelchair. Unlock the wheels of the lift and hold onto the sling while you slowly roll the lift towards the wheelchair. The wheelchair should be locked and in place, free from any obstacles, including the footplates. Position your loved one over the seat of the wheelchair as far back as possible. Once they are in position, slowly release the small black lever so that the lift arm lowers and the sling moves towards the wheelchair. Then, remove the loops of the sling from the arm of the lift and move the lift out of the way. Your loved one remains sitting on top of the sling until they are ready to transfer back to bed or somewhere else. Lastly, make sure they are comfortably seated and properly positioned in the wheelchair. Their feet should be on the footplates and their back against the chair. It's essential throughout this process to maintain constant communication with your loved one. Ask for their feedback, how they're feeling, and if they're comfortable. Your confidence and reassurance can make a big difference in how safe and secure they feel during the transfer. Using a Hoyer lift can be intimidating at first, but with practice, transfers using Hoyer lifts can be performed smoothly, enhancing mobility and confidence for both caregivers and loved ones. Mastering Hoyer lift techniques not only ensures safety, but also promotes dignity and comfort for those we care for. Learn more about this and other techniques on knowals.com. Thank you for watching.